Just like it pretty much is at every other pay-per-view event ever. Jerry Lawler just said SummerSlam. I guess this means that this event is the one with the former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps that needs our support.
And his name is John Cena! New Intercontinental.
Michael Cole stuttering. What's an Intercock champion? Geez, does Vicky have to look so serious whenever she's with Dolph? Smile for once. Previously already on WWE. Okay, the crowd went quiet, yet Vicky feels like they're still being loud. Dolph is clearly seen telling Vicky to say it one more time as if Vicky forgot her lines.
What would you know about love? When's the last time you had a girlfriend? High school, I thought.
I'm a guy. I love the WWE.
Apparently the WWE is Matt Striker's girlfriend. What the fuck?
Now, Ziggler!
Making Kofi famous right there with that leg drop to the back of the head.
The commentators refuse to acknowledge that move as the famouser.
It's Nexus! It's Nexus!
Goddamn fucking Nexus ruining everything. You're already going to be in the main event tonight, so get the fuck out.
It's Nexus! The Nexus 7!
The referee called for the disqualification, yet the bell never rang. About 2 minutes of hitting finishers on Kofi.
Now that was just a little taster.
A little taster? I'd rather prefer you say taste, because taster is the one doing the tasting. And holy shit, this is starting to sound weird.
We are the most destructive force in the history of the WWE.
For only 2 months.
Tonight is not about cashing that in. Tonight is about seizing the ultimate opportunity.
Which is cashing that in.
You can become a legend in this town. I mean, Los Angeles, California. Hollywood!
Foreshadowing Miz's stupid Hollywood gimmick.
If you accept our offer tonight, this could be the biggest blockbuster announcement in history.
Wouldn't really be an announcement if we already suspected. What an asshole.
While the Divas champion out to prove her title reign is no fluke.
Whoever said Alicia Fox's title reign was a fluke is an asshole.
SummerSlam is presented by...
Skip.
Right now, if Melina wants to capture the Divas...
Melina's outfit is hot, but in the process it took her freaking forever to get it off. Guarantee that Alicia was bored out of her mind.
Oh!
Foreshadowing Dean Ambrose and his original dirty deeds.
Here at SummerSlam, 2 count.
Well, that was quick. Shame that this match lasted such a short time. Anytime there's a post-match interview on pay-per-view, you know shit's gonna go down.
You look good. Not.
Well, Melina certainly looks better than you two, so shut up.
Marshall, we've run off every SmackDown Diva.
What the fuck's a SmackDown Diva?
You got 3 champions in the ring.
Technically 2 champions, because once again the whole splitting up the titles thing was bullshit, as you ain't no tag team champions. Lay Cool are half champions, not full champions. That's the best I can come up with at the moment.
Say cheese. Ready? 1.
Oh, come on. They just want a photo. At least go with that. Property damage.
Melina.
Did Michael just say Melina? It's Melina. Also post-match assault.
What in the world? Watch it, watch it. Whoa!
Lay Cool's theme played too early. The assault was still going on. Previously again on WWE. Oh, my kill switch. This fire always burns us in.
Joseph Mercury.
Why did the WWE call him Joseph Mercury at the time? Like, what was the point of that? It went absolutely nowhere. Even more nowhere than Joey Mercury as part of J&J Security. Whoever that kid is with a straight edge sucks sign must be a bad influence on people. You're basically saying you love taking drugs and want everyone who sees that sign to do the same thing.
It's one thing for the Big Show to beat up 3 local yokels.
Local yokels.
17,463 members.
There goes Michael once again telling us the number of fans in attendance as if we gave a shit.
The original sin-free soldier.
Sin-free? Nope, sorry Matt, but no one is sin-free on the WWE Sins.
Well, everybody has to tag in and out on the straight edge society side.
No they don't. You clearly heard Matt state that all members of the Straight Edge Society are to be in the ring at the same time.
Joseph Mercury and Stone!
Big Show clearly missed that headbutt.
Serena Garkey and Big Show and
Show clearly missed that punch too.
And out. Oh! Wow! Double DDT.
That wasn't a double DDT, that was a double bulldog. By walking out on his teammates, CM Punk is a dick to his own Straight Edge Society.
You're way up there, Joseph Gallows!
Who the fuck is Joseph Gallows?
The vengeance which has eluded us for so long.
Is he actually talking to The Undertaker? Because he does realize there's no one in the casket, right? Or is this Kane's casket foreplay?
So how about you let me borrow this for my championship match up next?
Imagine if Kane said yes and Sheamus walked out to the ring with a casket. Also, Kane didn't even use the same casket, as this one is black and the one he takes to the ring is red.
Because people everywhere have been calling me the real Big Red Monster.
Where do I begin? The Big? The Monster? Or the fact that he believes people refer to him as red in color?
John Cena admitted that he's been wrong about what he's been saying about The Miz.
Proof? Also, he probably would only say that to convince you to join his team.
Bret the Hitman Hart said I was the real excellence of execution.
Proof?
Chris Jericho gave me his band CD, Fozzy.
Okay, that one is probably right, but how does giving someone a copy of their band's music convince them to join their team?
And I graciously accepted it, but then threw it in the trash.
The Miz is addicted to metal music.
John Morrison finally said he is the Janetti.
You're still Janettiing with John Morrison?
Edge gave me a year's supply of Slim Jims.
If by that you mean you swiped the Slim Jim out of his hand earlier, then I guess you're right about that one. But how does giving someone a year's supply of Slim Jims convince them to join a team?
R-Truth wrote me a crappy rap.
Miz, that hasn't happened yet. Awesome Truth won't exist for another year.
I am the fastest rising star.
You've been around for 6 years and haven't been world champion yet. How are you the fastest rising star?
I am WWE's only hope.
No, there is another Skywalker.
The answer is yes.
You wasted 5 minutes of our time on an answer that you could have said earlier tonight or last week.
No, 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 no.
Foreshadowing the gimmick of WWE's real 7th member.
Calm down. I'm afraid to stand up. Give me a break. Here tonight.
Michael Cole's creepy erection for The Miz.
He is the first ever Irish-born WWE champion.
Honestly, Michael has said this at almost every pay-per-view event in 2010 whenever Sheamus made his entrance. Hey Randy, look, this is what my title looks like in the dark when I hold it up high.
He's remorseless. He's like a...
Seriously? You had to do that twice?
Hey, King is a guy who's held more championships than anyone. Does the champion's 30-pound weight advantage?
What does Ric Flair and his 16 title reigns have to do with Sheamus's weight?
It's like a walk in the park for Randy Orton. Come on, I was saving that.
Michael complains about Jerry saying what he wanted to say. Jeez, what are you, 5? Haha, the referee's voice cracked. Do you always have to yell before you deliver your moves?
Back to kick it into a higher gear.
Randy drops Sheamus midway through that scoop slam. Man, what's wrong with the referee's voice? No, he didn't hit it. You clearly saw Sheamus push him off.
Well, Sheamus has never...
Heel champion grabs a chair after not getting the victory from their finisher cliche. After seeing this referee call for the bell after being knocked out of the ring in quite the hard fashion, I wonder why other referees take a soft hit and act like they're knocked out. This event might break the record for most post-match Salt Sins. Ah, the table didn't break. Delayed pyro. That is not the same casket that Kane was using backstage. Or did he actually give that one to Sheamus? How did Kane not see that? He was watching Rey well before Rey even moved. It sounds like Kane actually said get up, Rey, though his intention was to tell him to give up. But how could Rey get up when he's already in the air?
Look at Mysterio trying to pick up the pace a little bit again.
Kane failed to deliver the backbreaker as Rey's body missed his leg completely and hit the mat instead.
Oh, Mysterio's in the casket.
Kane, this isn't a casket match. You can literally hear everybody groan in disappointment. I know, I was expecting The Undertaker too, but it's just funny to hear that. I'm surprised that Rey didn't try to reposition his mask considering it's almost off his face now. While exciting to see, literally everybody saw that coming. You can tell because of the groan of disappointment they did earlier the first time Kane opened the casket post-match. The way Jerry Lawler said heck. Undertaker's expression? Finally, it was hot as hell laying down below. Undertaker obviously knew it was Kane that assaulted him, yet he acts like he doesn't know shit by going right to Rey.
Why'd you do it, Rey?
Guarantee everyone in the audience was telling each other to shut up because they can't hear what Undertaker and Rey are saying.
I believe you.
I believe you, but I'm still gonna strangle you for some reason.
The Brothers of Destruction are no more.
Until their reunion 2 years later at Raw 1000. Normally when an ad for an upcoming pay-per-view shows up, the commentators remind you of what's coming up, which is fine by the Sins. The sin here is the ad is here for no reason, as the commentators don't even acknowledge it.
They almost cost Bret Hart his entire career.
His career in wrestling was over a long time ago anyway. The WrestleMania match was just a one-time thing, and that bullshit US title match where he didn't do shit was bullshit. Whoa, wait a second. When did John get a microphone in like 3 seconds after he was clearly seen without one?
I got news for you. You're way too late.
You couldn't have told him this back when he made his decision earlier.
We couldn't rely on somebody who was going to make their decision the day of SummerSlam.
Then why didn't you tell him that when he said he would make his decision at SummerSlam last week?
The 7th member of Team WWE is Daniel Bryan.
Would have been a better reveal if John never said the name.
Here we go, the American Dragon has arrived at SummerSlam!
Daniel was never the American Dragon in his time in WWE. That was in other promotions.
You replaced the Miz.
If Team WWE already had Daniel on the list, it's technically not a replacement.
Nexus trying to decide who's going to start this match. You got to remember.
Skip Sheffield can't get his shirt off.
Did that change your mind about Bryan Danielson?
Jerry Lawler accidentally referred to Daniel Bryan by his real name. Skip literally said, "I'm gonna finish this" like 5 times before he enters the ring. I'm sure Nexus heard you the first time.
That'll cross his eyes even further.
But Skip's eyes were never crossed to begin with.
To a 17,000.
There goes Michael again with the fan count.
To the back of the head. Look at Sheffield. Oh, what a clothesline!
Coincidental timing of Skip's clothesline in the replay and his clothesline in the live screen.
How fired up is Bret hit hard here?
Bret hit hard.
The vicious assault.
Heath Slater is obviously fresh, yet he acts like he can't compete with Bret's simple hits. I mean, there were so many opportunities for Heath to counter almost everything and take Bret out. And if you tell me Bret's old and can only handle so much, then you shouldn't have been in this match to begin with.
Ready for this match. Look at Bret Hart with a scoop slam.
Michael Cole acting like hitting a scoop slam is a major and amazing move.
Sharpshooter time.
Probably should have pulled Heath closer to your corner so he wouldn't be able to tag out while in the sharpshooter.
No, he didn't bring the chair in the ring. Yeah, but he used it.
Both Michael and Matt would be great at Cinema Sins 2 expansion. Also, neither commentator called the Jinx for a Coke.
Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant.
Seriously, you just had to put a Rush reference in there, Matt? Is it just because Chris is in a metal band?
That needed to rid Skip Sheffield.
Matt's stuttering.
The NWO, WCW, the Alliance, but nothing ever like the Nexus.
Comparing the Nexus to the NWO, WCW, and the Alliance is a sin on its own.
First off, wear it.
Who the hell is Wear It?
You hear that, Otunga? I want him, I want him, I want him. That's eager.
And creepy, too.
David Otunga, the A-list, his wife, of course, Jennifer Hudson.
No one cares who David's wife is. What does that have to do with anything?
And Chris Jericho.
Sad thing here is this is the first time in almost 2 years that Chris actually connected with the Lion Salt. All the other times got countered to the point that I was surprised that he still attempted it. Haha, you tripped. Team has dissension and major match cliche. Aw, look at Daniel Bryan trying to play peacemaker here. Foreshadowing Chris's stupid idiot gimmick.
I told you guys, we needed The Miz out here.
The Miz would likely be gone 15 minutes ago, Michael.
Every time Cena tries to get something going, he can't.
That's because we haven't come to the conclusion of this match. As long as there are more competitors in Nexus, John's gonna continue to get his ass whooped until he pulls his cliched Superman comeback in the end.
I am rooting for WWE. Been cheering for Cena all along to get back in this matchup.
You're not supposed to be cheering for anything anyway. That's not a commentator's job.
Why not just kick Bryan to the curb and take Miz on your team?
Because Daniel was already on the team when Miz said yes.
Young man.
Finally, literally the last 7 minutes was watching a slow beatdown on John.
Slider rolls him up. Shoulders down and Bryan.
Daniel's shoulder was already off the ground long before the referee counted 2.
Daniel Bryan and it.
Elimination due to outside interference is always a sin. Also, Miz waited nearly 25 minutes before deciding to attack Daniel. Did he spend the last 15 minutes throwing a tantrum and then 10 minutes figuring out if he should go out there or not?
Tag was made. Barrett made the tag. Cena, I don't think, realized it.
John actually did realize it when Wade was entering the ring, so he could have used Justin as a weapon to catch Wade off guard.
Oh, Lord.
Sounds crazy, but I believe Wade got the worst of that.
Take advantage of John Cena. John Cena, he's got it.
John Cena's bullshit Superman comeback cliche. Also, while I was rooting for Team WWE in this match, I was actually disappointed that this was the last time Nexus was ever taken seriously. Not even the joining of John in the group and the burying of The Undertaker made up for this. And if you look at it, Nexus was slowly destroyed after this night, and the careers of a lot of them went down the drain. I had high hopes for these guys once the group split, but we were all sadly disappointed.